Welcome back to this already the final segment of today's Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. Thanks again for the great feedback to our interview with U.S. Senator Rand Paul on Sunday's television version of the Price of Business show. If you missed it, you can catch it easily by going to usdailyreview.com. It's all there lined up for your infotainment. Make sure you check it out. Speaking of infotainment, I always have a great time whenever I speak with Charles Alvarez. He is with Cornerstone Business Academy. That's cornerstonebusinessacademy.com. He's been a long-term contributor on this program. Plus, I know firsthand, not just from word of mouth, firsthand what kind of difference he can make in the lives of businesses out there. I'm a huge fan. And as always, Charles, good to talk to you. Kind of start off with your elevator speech and then introduce us to your guest today.
Well, always good to be on the show, Kevin. Thanks, of course, for having us again. I'm the president and CEO of Cornerstone Business Academy, where we help companies scale their business and really create an asset of their business versus create something that enslaves business owners. You know, so many business owners today are enslaved to the business versus, really creating an asset that provides income and revenue for them while they're away from it. So we help companies scale to the point to where it's a sellable and valuable asset to sell. And it all starts with lead generation and marketing, which I'm excited to have Benjamin Spiegel with us on the show today. Benjamin, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Benjamin, why don't you start off with your elevator speech? Kind of give us the panoramic overview of what your company's all about.
Yeah, my pleasure. My name is Benjamin Spiegel. I'm the CEO of MMI Agency, 29-year-old advertising agency based out of Houston, Texas. We're focusing primarily on creating connections between brands and consumers. Today there is so much noise in media, in advertising, in digital, in social, and we help our brands connect in authentic and meaningful ways with their consumers.
Very good. Go ahead, Charles.
So, Benjamin, walk us through what are some of the challenges that your clients and that your market is facing today, and how do you address and overcome those challenges on behalf of your clients?
I think the biggest one is authenticity today, as well as brand loyalty. Back in the day, you could buy any car you wanted as long as it was a black Ford. Today, there's so much choice for consumers, hundreds of brands, thousands of variations, and there's just a decline in loyalty. And every day they go to the store, they have the opportunity to buy a different brand. And advertising is seen as lying today. So we really help our brands to stand out and say something that's authentic and meaningful to their consumers to kind of win back their hearts and minds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no question about it. And really a lot of this is the fault of the businesses themselves. There's one of my favorite sayings in marketing is those who live by price will die by price. And so you try to make cheap pricing the only way in which your business grows. Good luck with that.
Yeah, 100% agreeing, and that's why we're focusing on these real relationships where we help our brands become more than just a manufacturer, but also a trusted advisor to the consumers. So when they have a question about the product or concern, they can reach out to the brand and feel like they're being helped and not just being sold to.
Mm-hmm. Very, very good. Go ahead, Charles.
So, Benjamin, can you walk us through an example of the value that you provided for one of your clients here in the recent past?
Yeah, so we recently partnered with a smaller consumer packaged goods manufacturer out of the Midwest, and they were competing with big brands like Kimberly-Clark and Procter & Gamble, and they obviously don't have the same type of advertising budget. So for their baby products, we helped them versus selling their product, they were selling trust to becoming mothers. So they were not putting advertisements out, and we have the best products, but much more becoming a trusted advisor about baby health, baby nutrition, baby hygiene, parenting advice. So when these families finally had their first child, they weren't thinking about big brands with all the shiny ads. They were thinking about this company that helped them through the group becoming a parent and became a trusted partner to them.
Yeah, very good. It seems like to me that a business would be working on trying to establish these type of relationships on several different levels. Talk about that.
Yeah, we're focusing a lot lately on these new to market entries. So if we think about today, manufacturers, they're launching new products. The consumers communicating in different ways. If we look at the importance of social media compared to TV or online reviews. So as an example, one of our clients, traditional consumer packaged goods, started focusing on Amazon. And Amazon is a whole new playground for consumers as well as for marketers on how do I win trust there? How do I stand out? So we help our clients a lot in these newer platforms to win and leapfrog the competition.
Very good. Charles?
So, Benjamin, for all of our business owners and for all of our executives listening, based upon the trends that you see happening in the advertising and marketing arena, what strategies are the minimum strategies you should have in place to grow your business, especially given the current economic conditions?
I think it's not anymore a race to the bottom price. It is authenticity and availability. So having good maintained social channels when customers have a concern on issue or they complain online, that the brand is there to respond. Nothing is more negative than me seeing another consumer complaining or having an issue and there's silence from the brand. So having maintained, well-staffed social channels and lines of communication on these platforms is the number one thing we see today that make a consumer choose or leave a brand.
Mm-hmm. Very, very interesting. So how, 29 years, obviously you have evolved a lot. What would you say is the biggest difference between your company today and in, roughly 30 years ago when you got started, back in the 80s?
I think it's the tools. Back then we focused on a billboard and a TV screen. It was two canvases that had a very limited ability to tell a story about a brand. Today we have mobile devices, in-car navigation systems, DVRs, the internet, social media. I think the potential for creating a compelling brand story has become so massive, and there's so many exciting things that technology and data lets us do to connect with consumers. That's the biggest change.
Yeah, very, very good. Got a couple of minutes left. Final question or thoughts on your part there, Charles Alvarez?
Well, I'm interested, Benjamin, and if one of our guests or people listening to our show were interested in contacting you, kind of walk us through how they can do that and what can they expect as far as the process is concerned.
So obviously from a perspective of contact, mmiagency.com is the easiest way to get in touch with us. But also we are Houston, so 1712 P Street, they can come by any day and visit us. We're always happy to have people walk in and ask us questions. But as for the process, what we spent a lot of time doing is getting to know our customers, consumers. So generally we engage with looking at who are you trying to reach, who are we competing against, and then really dig into the data and the research that we love so much to find out what are the right things you can say to your consumers to get them to either increase their loyalty or conquest them away from their competition.
MMIagency.com. Check that out. I strongly encourage you to do so. Final thoughts, Charles?
Well, like Benjamin has said, authenticity these days is a big deal. So I highly encourage you that if you're looking to put your business here, give a call to Benjamin over at MMI.
All right, very good. By the way, Benjamin, I really do appreciate having you on the program as well. Very practical, very timely information. Do want to encourage the listener to check out both MMIagency.com, and you can learn more about Charles as well at Cornerstone Business Academy. Meanwhile, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Spend it wisely right here on this station.